towards your English results.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah. Thanks for your time today.
That's okay, this is fun.
Gets you out of work for a bit. So.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. It's very different being on the other end of it, and now I can understand why. Talent that we interview. It is much easier being on the other side. You'll find I'll direct the questions back to you.
Right.
Well, I'll try not to do that.
So, what do you like about working for Win News?
It's actually taken me to different places. I started up in Rockhampton in regional Queensland, and had the great fortune of working up there with a really good regional team. Up in Rockhampton, very similar to the other regional WIN networks, where you actually aren't just a journalist, you double up as a chief of staff or a producer. So your roles and what you can learn with WIN is probably, it's a really good grounding. A lot of journalists will work with WIN and then move on to the larger networks, and they've done everything that they can possibly do at the WIN level, so that it's quite good prepping for when they do crack that national market. But definitely the places I've been able to work, Rockhampton was an amazing, diverse market. You had the mining kind of industry. You also had, obviously it's the beef capital of Australia, so you're dealing with agriculture and farming, as well as the same issues of any other town, drought, health shortages, doctor shortages. So as much as it was a very regional town, a lot of the work that we covered is very similar to Canberra. We also have the drought problems here. We also have, health problems here, doctor shortages here. So everything that could be applied up there can be applied here as well. However, we don't have, obviously mining's not a big thing for Canberra. But probably the travelling, I was lucky enough to work in Rockhampton. Also in Wollongong, which is where WIN's head office is. So working at headquarters was a bit of an eye-opener, because you're not only there with a smaller team, like Canberra's quite a small team, but it's quite a large team, and you've got execs on one level, and then obviously you've got your journalistic team in one part of the building. So again, another interesting region, diverse again, on the coast, which was nice. But and then the best thing about working for WIN is that it's really, I think, developed me as a journalist. It's actually given me this opportunity to not only be a journalist, but to present weather, and obviously now fill the news reading chair. Yeah. So I love WIN.
What does an average day entail at WIN News?
For a journalist, it's coming in, and if you're a planned journalist, then you already know what news stories you want to cover that day. In national news bureaus, you cover one major package a day. And also have your eye on the ball on other things as well, but in your WIN newsroom you are required to do at least 2 stories a day. And as I said before, it's doubling up with producing at the end of the day. That's on a rotation, but so a journalist will come in. Basically, our chief of staff will assign them a cameraman. We've got all male cameramen at the moment, so they'll be assigned a cameraman. They'll go out. They'll interview their talent, as we like to call it, and go and shoot their pictures, do their interviews, do their piece to camera, and then they'll come back once they've finished all of that, and they'll package it together. So they'll actually sit down and they'll preview their day's work, then they'll write up a script, and that will be subbed by our chief of staff, and then that will then go on to the editors, who will then piece everything together. It's like a big jigsaw puzzle. So then they wait for that to be pieced together, they'll have a look at that, make sure it's perfect, and then they'll do it all again.
So quite a long day.
Yeah, it's a long day, but it's one of those jobs where you're looking at the watch, not because you want the day to end, because you're thinking, how much more time, I need more time, because the day goes really quickly. Once you're on the road, once you're getting back, it's not like a paper or radio where you just sit at your desk, ring up someone, get your quotes, and then start typing. It's very, very different. You've got that travelling time. And in Canberra's a large region, so you're going out to Bruce and Tuggeranong. You've got to allocate at least an hour travelling, if it's half an hour each way. So it's actually a job that, it's highly intense, and a daily deadline. You get used to it, and it's a lot of fun. It's very adrenaline filled, but it is a big day, very big day.